Just go to where you feel the best. Go where the love is what I say to you. So, and I think I'm directing this message to young men in the world today. Today's landscape, what does a man do in this world? What does he do? People ask me these, I get these emails steady. What do you think of this? What do you think of that? And the answer is, I don't, friends. I think about it about that much, and then it goes, because there's just too much good. There's too much good to talk about. And not only that, friends, young men, I do want to touch on this. And again, this is only from my experience. Okay, friends, this is just from my experience. And if you look at me right now and say, oh, that was then, you're correct. It was. But this is now. This is now. Do you think grass stopped growing and trees stopped growing and rain stopped falling and mold stops growing and shrubs and trees and people's maintenance on their homes have stopped? Do you think it stopped back then? No. If anything, it got worse. Yeah. And it is so easy right now. It is so easy to go get yourself an old truck, some rakes, a shovel, a power saw, a blower, collect leaves, shovel snow, clean gutters, make people's lives better. It's just that we're evolving, so you need to evolve too. Fellas, listen to me, please. Please, fellas. And not everybody's going to go viral shaking their can on the internet, okay? Head down, ass up. Yeah, I said it, ass. Jackass. It's not a swear word. But I'm becoming, I don't just want to be noise here for people, because I know there's a lot of young men that watch me and a lot of older men and a lot of middle-aged men. I know this. And fellas, I'm telling you, if you have this simple picture in your mind of a lovely home, a humble home, a beautiful woman to share your life travels with, and perhaps children. I said the same things when I was a young drug addict, alcoholic, bouncing around in the world. I said the same thing. I'm not going to bring children into this world. Are you crazy? What a pitiful excuse. What a weak excuse it was. It's the best thing that's ever happened in my life. But friends, I'm going to tell you something. And you can take it for what it is. And I'm talking to you young men out there. Young women too, but mainly men. I'm talking to you. If you think it's going to be handed to you, you're wrong. You're just wrong. You are. I don't do videos like this very often, but I think there's a need for it right now. Listen, fellas. My message has never changed. Never, not since I came here. Work hard. Be honest. And be nice to people. Be kind. You don't have to, you don't have to rooster, stick your chest out and puff your chest out and try to scare and intimidate people. You need to go buy yourself some tools, perhaps a lawnmower and a pickup truck. Show up for life. Show up. Do you know how badly this is missing in the world right now? Do you know how easy it is to be a man in this day and age? effing man? Do you want to know my opinion on that? It's not hard. And all this, oh, you're beating the man down and the masculinity. They're trying to beat the masculinity out of it. What in the hell are you talking about? They're just making it easier for you to be a man. There's never been an easier time in this world to be a man. Go get dirty, for one. Go jump out of your car and assist someone on the street. Assist someone. I know it's a techie age. I know, and you're all looking for, maybe you're looking for the quick Amazon scam, the next get rich scam, or you're pretending to be somebody on the internet and scamming people. I know those scams are out there, and people eke an existence out doing that. But it's okay to get an old truck and humble yourself, or a new truck, or do whatever you got. Lean on your family. Lean on your resources. The people who love you. Get honest. Get humble. I just want to be a good man. Just say that to yourself. I just want to be a good man. What is a good man? If you have to ask that, we are born with certain DNA. And the reason I know it is because I didn't do it in the first part of my life. I should say the middle part of my life, because I did it when I was a young man. I worked my can off. I mowed lawns for my first car. 1973 Ford Pinto station wagon with roof racks and wood paneling on it. You know what I mean? So have things changed? Not really. They haven't. You can still work for things. You can still work for things. I just got so pumped up yesterday on the live feed. You folks come here and you listen, and we talk and Doris, good to see you. So we just new people coming in, and friends, it's not hard right now. It's not. For a young, vibrant, strong young man to get out there and provide. If you're not an outdoorsy, rough and tumbling, rumbling feller, there's still work out there for a guy like yourself. You need to work hard, smile, be kind. Even if you're at Tim Hortons working right now with a hairnet on and you're looking at me going, what an a-hole. No, I'm telling you to smile, work hard, be in your job, excel at what you're doing, and think that that place is perhaps a stepping stone for the next place that someone's going to go, hey, you seem like you got a good attitude there. Thank you for the service. Here's a $10 tip, and if you're not happy here, here's my card. We could use someone like you. Do you think you're working for Tim Hortons? Or your boss? Is that who you think you're working for? Tell me, and I'd like to know. Do you think you're working for your boss? Because you're not. You're not. You're not working for your boss. I'm talking to young men here. You're working for you. You're working for yourself. At any job. Just because you don't own the company. Friends, I had all kinds of different jobs before I wrapped my mittens around a power saw. All kinds. But I was working for me. In retrospect, I learned that I was actually working for me. Because when it's time to leave that job, you want that person to say, that freaking dude, we are sad to see that man go. We are sad to see that man go. Because friends, let's face it, you're going to exist. You will exist. But I didn't want to just exist, and I existed anyways, but thank goodness I had a power saw to keep the joy in my heart, and this trade to keep me going. I had a super good run. A super good run. This here, I had no idea this was going to happen in my life. I had no idea. Go back to the beginning of my channel, see what I was doing. This has evolved into something I had no idea that I would make a living on the internet. But if you think about it, it's 9 years of grinding. It's a pretty good stint. It's a pretty good stint to reap any benefits from. So again, work hard, be honest, and be kind. My message will never change here, fellas, okay? It'll never change here. And I get a lot of questions, and I get a lot of people asking me about my opinions on things and that. And I don't have a lot. I mean, I do, but I don't share them. Because all I have is my own experience. I don't know where you come from. I don't know your story unless you tell me. Hashtag motivation. Hashtag positivity. Hashtag love. Community. So it's your choice what you want to do. You want to stay in the doldrums. You want to stay in the doldrums. You're going to stay in the doldrums. We all go there. It's nice to hang around in your own stink for a while. It is. So hang out there for a while, till it hurts enough, and then make a move. But I got a lot of faith in the young generation, because you're the biggest demographic out there, and I think you people are the ones. Because think about it realistically. Yeah, the X-Gen were just happy to be alive. Really, most of us are just happy to be alive and scrape out of our childhoods. Let's be honest, most of us are. I mean, we made our own way. Quite a few of us did. There's some rich kids out there. That's the case. That's not their fault. The parents are rich. That was. They didn't ask for rich parents. They got rich parents. Don't beat people up for having rich parents. That wasn't their fault. So, yeah, I think if we get to know each other a little better, we'd have a better chance instead of judging and poking and prodding and competing. Competing is the problem, actually. And make a friend, get together, be honest, work hard. It's not going to be handed to you, young fellas. It's not going to be handed to you. You got to go out and get it. And it's not that hard to be a man today. It's really not. My wife and I were talking about this women and men thing nowadays. You know, like men and women. Oh, like the men are damned if they do and damned if they don't. And that's what she was saying. And I'm like, no, they're not. You just got to be a man. Have something you can be proud of. Perhaps it's your job. Perhaps it's, I don't know what it is for you. I don't know what it is for you, but I needed to fill my hole. I needed to fill the hole in my chest first before I could be able to help anybody or be attractive to anyone. If I'm some sad, needy sack of blame and you know, that's not very attractive. But if I'm a positive force in the world, maybe I might find a good gal. And I happen to do that. So, you asked. There's no magic sauce. But I do believe this. I do believe it, and I believe it more in my core than anything in life. I do, because I did it. I did it. So why can't you? The first decision was definitely, because I had a job. I had a job for $11 an hour selling clothing at a clothing store, a high-end menswear haberdashery store. I went to that guy's funeral a few years back, that boss, because he was a friend of mine. And I went to his funeral, and I spoke at his funeral. He saw me at my complete worst. He saw me blubbering and beat up and black eyes and showing up for work, not showing up for work. I was a horrible employee. I was horrible, but I did a good job when I was there. But he couldn't count on me because I had substance problems. Because I had a hole in my gut. And I had to fill it, and it wasn't coming from any sources from the outside. So I had to fill that. And that's a personal journey, and I won't even get into that. So when I started to become something that, you know, had a positive energy around it, then the honeybees started coming in. You see? life's honeybee started to show up around this positive life force. Men, young, beat up drug addicts started to come to me. How can I get a better life? How did you do this? I had one guy come right up to me and say, he said it right to my face at a meeting one morning, an early meeting. I was at an AA meeting about, oh my gosh, I don't even know, 23 years ago, somewhere there, maybe even longer. He said to me, I looked at him. It was David, friends. It was David. You guys, some of you know David. I was his best man at his wedding. Love him. He was a lost 19, 20-year-old kid, drug addict. He came to me and he said, show me the way. Show me the way. I used to show up to these meetings in suspenders and sawdust all over me, and I was going out getting firewood to feed my family. But you know what? I couldn't wait to get on a power saw and get dirty. I couldn't wait because I'd been a softie for a few years and I didn't like it. And that's the honest truth of it, fellas. Don't deny it. Do not deny that part of your life, part of your soul, part of your spirit. Don't deny it. I feel like swearing. I do sometimes. I feel like swearing, but I got too much respect for the young people that watch my channel and the families that watch my channel. I can't do it. I don't want to be that guy. I don't want to be it. I've been saying effing lately. Have you guys picked up on that? Effing. So maybe that'll be my swear word. Get effing dirty. I don't care what it is. You could see your neighbor digging a ditch in the rain. Just go grab your spade and go over there and say you need a hand. Just something to ignite your manmanship. All I have is my own experience, friends. Friends, I was this close to ending it all. I'm not joking you. If you're new here, I was this close. I was climbing a tree and I was going to jump. This video is long enough and I've rambled long enough, but I saw these videos this morning and they made no sense to me. They made no sense to me. It's easy to be a man. Just effing be one. I never had a man in my life. I never had a dad. I made myself through the power saws. That's just my story. It doesn't have to be yours. But this industry has saved so many men and women, young lost men. That's my video today. That's it. Yeah, check it out. That's my little thing I put on there so it's not so bright. But I wanted to end on a super duper splashing bright moment. I love you all, friends. Young men have been reaching out to me lately and I don't know why. But I guess that's what happens. Fellas, let's go. Let's do it. Work hard, be honest, and be kind. And do it for a while. Don't do it for 2 weeks and wonder why nothing's good's happened in your life. It ain't long enough. Make a decision. Turn the switch on. I'm going to do this. I'm not going to try this. I'm going to do it. Don't have that mentality going in. I'm going to give this a shot. I'm going to try this. Don't have that mentality. Make sure it's something you like. And I know it's a journey. Don't get me wrong. It doesn't happen for everybody. I know, but it happens for lots. Follow your spirit. Follow the things that bring you joy, because your heart and your soul needs to be filled before you can help anybody. Truly help anybody. And the power saws gave me that. The work gave me that. I'm going to stop because I could go on. Anyways, obviously I'm looking back at my past now. So I love you folks so much. Our live feeds are so fun on Sunday. You guys get me rip-roaring. This is, again, a little longer video, but I'm uploading it. I don't even think I'll freaking edit it. It's YouTube. I love you. Work hard, be honest, be kind. And don't forget about our little pre-order sale. Here comes the dub. Here comes the little dub for the channel, because this is how we live along here at buckandbillyray.com. If you're looking after those, or looking for those suspenders, if you asked about them and you haven't seen a video lately, we dropped them. And I think we got about 4 or 5 more days. Or no, 28th is the last day for the pre-order. And then they will be on the, right? So we'll stop it. We'll clean up those orders. Then we'll see where we are. For the belts and suspenders, friends. Thank you all so much. Work hard, be honest, be kind. Catch you on the next one. Friends, I appreciate your time coming here and watching. Make your own story. Don't get caught up. The world hasn't changed that much, friends. There's certain things like the birds and the bees that'll never change. Write your own story. I gotta say, friends, I've been reflecting a lot lately, and I've had some time on my hands, and the things that I'm grateful for. And this community is top of the list. It's right up there with family. So thank you all.